This video is on principles of defense. So who is a defender? I think this is a really important question to understand and to answer. We're all defenders. It doesn't matter where we are on the field. If a forward loses the ball and she's putting pressure on the person who has the ball, she's the defender. She is the first defender because she's the one that's actually putting pressure on the ball. So it doesn't matter if you're labeled a forward, a mid, or a defender. We're all defenders. When we don't have the ball, we are all defenders. So now that we understand that we're all defenders, we all need to know how to contain or jockey. What is containing? What is jockeying?
Defensive jockeying is when the defender contains the attacker to find the right time to steal the ball. Key factors to jockeying if the attacker is shielding the ball. Be close enough so that you can touch the attacker. Give yourself an angle, not square on. Bad angle, good angle. You want to be able to stay low and change directions quickly. In the second exercise, the attacker is dribbling towards the defender in a zigzag pattern. The defender wants to stay goal side of the ball and change directions quickly when the attacker cuts, waiting for the moment where the attacker hits the ball a little bit too far in front of them. At this point, they can go for the steal. To be a top player, you have to be able to play on both sides of the ball, and jockeying will really help your defending.
And now we're going to talk about the principles of defense. I have 4 that we're going to learn here. Pressure, cover, delay, compactness. These are not all the principles of defense, but these are the ones that I would like us to learn. And the first 2 we're going to talk together, pressure and cover, just because they kind of go hand in hand. So this is a simple warm-up. You are passing and moving, and when the coach says go, you need to close in on the space and put high pressure on the person with the ball. You are using your jockeying skills to keep the person in front of you. You are not jabbing in on the ball, and you're being patient, delaying them. This next drill, you're going to see a pressure and cover example. The person who is in front of the ball is going to be pressuring. There's going to be another person that's going to cover in the space. So this is a 3v2, 3 offense, 2 defense. And the 2 defenders are showing you the pressure and the cover. So what I'm showing here is when the ball's in the middle of the 3 attackers, you do not want to have one of our defenders committing when we only have 2 players because we have numbers down. And that's what's going to happen. If I have one person that commits the ball, at least one person in the back end, and then all they'll do is just pass it out. So when the ball's in the middle of the field, you want our 2 defenders to stay neutral. So you want them protecting the middle. You want them to be doing this for 2 reasons. 1, you don't want them to be able to penetrate through the middle, okay? And 2, I guess to go with that is you want to force them to go outside, to play outside. If they play outside, that's a win for us. All right? So you want to stay, in the middle. Let's say the ball gets passed to the outside. The defender should go and put pressure quickly, using your jockeying skills. The other defender does not go and commit to a player. If they go and commit to a player, it leaves the third person wide open, and it also leaves the middle wide open. We don't want to leave the middle open. So the second defender is the cover here. Okay, so you have one person pressuring the ball, and you have one person protecting the middle, which is the cover. This is the person that's pressuring the ball. Now, the person who's covering is covering for the person who's pressuring. So if the person who's pressuring gets beat, the person who covers drops in, and now is the pressure. All right? That's what I was showing there. So let's say it gets passed to the opposite side. What do? You just shift over. So now the person in the cover position actually shifts over to be the pressure. All right? Now, if I have one person pressuring the ball, what is the other defender going to do? The other defender is actually going to drop back in the middle. And right here, I'm showing you how to pressure the ball. You're going to pressure and try to force them to the outside. You're gonna try to force them in one direction, not through the middle. And as you saw, I just moved my other guy back into the cover position. So we have pressure, cover, pressure, cover. So now I'm setting back up. Person in the middle has the ball, we're neutral. Gets passed to the outside, someone needs to pressure and then cover. Now we're neutral again. It gets passed to the other side, pressure, and then cover. So here we have a live demonstration, and you're gonna see the pressure right away, and then you're gonna see the other defender cover. All right? Covering so that if he gets beat, he can come in and help. And we're also covering because we want to eliminate that through pass. Now, what's going to end up happening is he's going to say, this is too wide. You're open. That's too big of an open. There's a pass I can get through. You want to squeeze it through the middle. All right.
Go. Step. Come on. Slide. Keep. Slide hard. There you go. Squeeze. There you go. Stay tight. There it is. Win it. The good tackle. All right. New ball. Play. Come on. Step. You see how they're talking? They're working together. Good ball. He forced a bad ball. Well done. Step. There's hold. Squeeze. Good. 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 And another win. Defense is doing a good job of keeping compressed. Stay tight, Kaylin. Stay tight. There you go. And freeze. Good. Next group. Here we go. Next three. Hurry up. Good stuff, D.
And now we're going to talk about the principle of delaying. You can think of delaying in two ways. Individually delaying somebody with the ball, or working with your team or in a unit and delaying as well. So when you're working individually, all these things allows us to delay. When we go and pressure the ball really quickly, when we use our jockeying skills, when we are very purposeful in which direction we want the player with the ball to go. All these things individually we can use to delay the person who has the ball. We're going to push the player to one side because it's going to make it predictable for us to be able to defend. So if we push her to one side, we know that she can't go in any other way, and it makes it so that we can easily defend her. Now, as a team or a unit, we can also delay the other team or the other person with the ball. How do we do this? We do this by using our pressure and our cover and our balance and our compactness, all these principles of defense that we're learning about. All this, in essence, when we do this together, allows us to delay the other team. So delaying is really like a mentality, and that mentality actually changes somewhat depending on where we are in the field and where we lose the ball in the field. And I'm going to show you using a picture here, a picture of a soccer field that is divided into thirds. So this picture shows a soccer field that's divided into the attacking third, the middle of the third, and the defensive third. So just to make it easy for us, the attacking third is where we're going to attack, and the defensive third is where our defense is and where our goal is. Okay, so that's the side that we're defending. Okay, so with regard to delaying, the concept of delaying, if we lose the ball in the attacking third, we want to make sure we have high pressure right away. We want to take a lot of risks in order to get that ball back, because if we lose the ball there, it's not like it's right in front of our goal, so there's no immediate danger. All right. If we lose the ball in the midfield third, okay, the delaying now is a little bit more. We have to be a little bit more strategic about where we positioning ourselves on the field in order to win the ball back. We have to make sure we have pressure and cover and balance. Just because this is a very important part of the field, we can be a little risky, not as risky as if we're the attacking third, but a little risky in terms of winning the ball back. And then, of course, then you have the defensive third. Now, in the defensive third, especially if we're numbers down, we really have to be patient. We have to show restraint, and we have to be controlled in what we're doing. We have to really work as a unit to delay that other team. Because if we do make a mistake, it's going to be a mistake that's in front of our goal, and the possibility for a goal against us is high. And the last thing we're going to talk about is compactness. Compactness means that the whole team squeezes together both vertically and laterally in order to reduce the spaces between them. We want to cover for each other, and we also want to create numbers up around the ball. To stay compact, the back defenders must push up as their team is going forward to reduce the gap between them and their own midfield. Likewise, the space between the midfield and the forwards can be reduced when the forwards retreat when the ball is lost, or by the midfielders pushing up behind the forwards. As soon as the ball is lost, the wide players on the far side of the field must pinch in and reduce this space. This is a great clip of Barcelona, who's in the dark, and they lose the ball here. And watch how they shrink in, okay? And they close the spaces in between them.